At last, every one of us comes a day. They all get old. As we get older, the various functions and structures of the body are also gradually aging. All kinds of diseases will take advantage of it. In this case, physical function continues to decline. However, it was also a period full of diseases. The health of the elderly cannot be ignored either. When it comes to aging, the first part that shows up is the skin. When people reach old age, the skin has experienced decades of wind and sun, and it became thin. The nourishing and healing functions are also greatly reduced. It causes a decrease in the overall elasticity of the skin. Immune function also declined. This is why many elderly people have skin. It will become dry and itchy. Age spots can even appear. Although aging is unavoidable, but we can delay skin aging. The root cause of skin aging. It is the role of active free radicals. There are many skincare products on the market. They all contain antioxidants. Among them, SOD. It is the body's first line of defense against free radical damage. But SOD is a macromolecular protein. It is not easily absorbed by the skin. Other antioxidants also contain vitamin E, vitamin C, traditional Chinese medicine salvia, astragalus, keratin, etc. When the surface layer of the skin and the dermis layer temporarily lose water, light facial wrinkles will appear, so use moisturizer in an appropriate amount. It's also a way to slow down skin aging. The more moisture the skin retains, the fuller the skin is, the more stretchy and elastic it is, the more delicate the skin texture. For those who want to reduce natural light damaging to the skin, the most direct method is to do a good job of protecting against light. For example, wear glasses, hats, gloves, etc. In addition to skin aging, the body shape of the elderly is also very characteristic. Most of the elderly, they all have slack arms of bats, an apple-shaped body with an obese waist and belly. This kind of body shape often means a huge increase in fat. At the same time, muscle mass is decreasing. Here's a symptom called myasthenia gravis. Myasthenia associated with aging. It is considered a common senile syndrome. It can interact with a variety of chronic diseases in old age. Also, it is easy to cause falls, fractures as well as mobility impairment. Increased risk of disability. The quality of life of the elderly has been reduced. For the prevention of myasthenia, exercise is the strength to gain and maintain muscle mass. One of the most effective means. Most people think that middle-aged and elderly people, especially people who are in poor health, should rest in bed as much as possible, avoid walking around, let alone go outside for sports. In fact, this kind of view is unbiased. The choice of exercise methods for the elderly needs to vary from person to person. Also, following the principles of safety and effectiveness, through muscle training, combined with rehabilitation, achieve increased muscle mass and strength, improve balance ability, the purpose of reducing falls and fractures. For elderly diabetic patients with muscle loss, you can choose low-intensity resistance training. Recommended anti-resistance training exercises for the elderly include seat leg lifts, stand still against the wall, squat, pull elastic bands, etc. For those who cannot tolerate resistance exercise, if you have recently had heart failure, unstable angina pectoris, high blood pressure control is poor and severe, elderly patients such as chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, you can choose aerobic exercise, include walking, cycling, tai chi, etc. Second, the proper diet. For the growth and maintenance of muscles in the elderly, it's also very important. Muscle growth is inseparable from protein. According to European Clinical Nutrition and the recommendations of the Metabolic Society, healthy elderly people weigh per kilogram per day. The recommended amount of protein to be ingested, it is 1 to 1.2 grams. Elderly patients with acute and chronic diseases, recommended weight per kilogram per day, the amount of protein ingested is 1.2 to 1.5 grams. In other words, an old man of 140 kg eats 70 to 84 grams of protein every day. 1 egg, 1 cup of milk, 2 or 2 lean meats, 2 or 2 fish, shrimp, 1 piece of tofu, plus the usual staple foods and vegetables are basically enough.